November 3, 1942. Dear Margie, I have just finished reading your letter and watched the washing machine as well. I was too tired last night to do it, so now everything must be done at once. There is talk of another dance and I was appointed on the committee again. It will be a week from this Friday night, and incidentally dear, I expect to be leaving here the following Tuesday, November 17th. So darling, as I won't be getting another leave while at the camp, what say if you come up here for that weekend? I think there is a bus up Friday evening and you could come to the dance. You see darling, I want to show the lads up, and boy will I be able to do it. So, what say darling? The H, with Foster Wheeler. I am waiting Gil's address darling. Has Joyce phoned this week yet, and does she know where she is to be stationed? Well darling, guess this is the works for tonight. So, with all my love Margie, until tomorrow night. As ever. Roger XXXX. November 4, 1942. Dear Margie, before I forget darling, I am going to give you Gil's address. I forgot to put it in last night. R90535. Sergeant Boyer, G.D. Squad 408. Attached to RAF. RCAF overseas. Another thing I would like you to send me dear is my drawing equipment. The case, 2 squares and 2 rules in inches triangular shaped. If there is a protractor and French curve there, send it as well. I have started the drawing course and will need these things in a couple of days. I think I will find the first part of the course fairly easy, as I have taken it before, or I should have used it before. I find it hard studying with radios and card games to interfere, but I guess I will have to learn to concentrate. We haven't had our dinner yet, so won't get time to finish this. I just felt like starting a letter to you. We'll have your letter in a few minutes. I see the mail is just coming in, so we'll expect your letter in a few minutes. Well darling, here it is 7 o'clock, and what a long afternoon it has been. 3 periods of field maneuvers and a lecture. I have read your letter dear, in which you mentioned the paratroopers. I wish you had mentioned this before. You see, I have already seen the major and my name is down. However, after what he told me, I doubt if I have a chance of a snowball. 30 is getting old, so they say, and only 1 out of 50 pass the medical. Then you are just called as they need you, and to date only NCOs have been taken. Frankly darling, I would like to get in it and feel that a heart murmur would not affect me in the way you think, only physical exhaustion. So, you see dear, there is very little to worry over. However, if you still feel the same, I can drop out and will if you say so. Well darling, I have some ironing to do and a couple of hours work on my course. It doesn't take long for one to lose his hand at lettering. I tried some lettering last night and it was pretty sloppy. Gosh, look at this, the 4th page, pretty good for me, eh? But not what I should be sending you darling. At any rate, writing does help, doesn't it? I can almost imagine I am talking to you. Well darling, I see some of the lads getting ready to go downtown, so we'll send it with them. The camp mailbox isn't very reliable. So, with all my love darling, I am yours. As ever. Roger XXXXX. November 5, 1942. Dear Margie. Well darling, by the time you receive this you will be a day older, but of another year, correct? Many happy returns darling. I wish I were with you tonight, or at least send something. As it is, the army has its holdbacks. Yes darling, the party will be a week from this Friday. I am sure there is a bus about 8 or 9 o'clock, so it should leave Toronto about 6. Try and make it darling if you possibly can. We had more field maneuvers today. It's really fun crawling around the fields and bushes on your stomach, but gosh, do you ever get dirty? Well darling, I can't think of much more to say. So darling, with all my love, and until tomorrow. As ever. Roger XXXX.